Hello and welcome to another episode of the Historic Challenges, and here we are for episode 3 of the Dawn of MotoGP. We'll get straight into it with challenge number 9, 2004, Kenny Roberts Laguna. Even though they didn't go to Laguna in 2004, well I guess that's why there's no date, but anyway. Kenny Roberts Jr. had the misfortune not to dispute many World Championship GPs at Laguna Seca, one of the tracks he knew best. It's no coincidence that his debut in the 250 class takes place right on the Californian circuit, where he earns a sensational 10th place. The following year he came 8th, but from 1995 to 2004 Laguna Seca was left out of the World Cup calendar. On its return in 2005, Suzuki and Kenny had left their best years behind them, 12th in qualifying and 14th in the race. But the rider is true to his word, and the following year he makes a triumphant comeback. He's in the lead in the first and second free practice and returns to the front row with third best time in qualifying. Alright, so I'm guessing we'll just have to do a time attack at Laguna Seca. Right, yeah, so 1:24.5. So we are on track then, going towards the last corner. But the thing is, right, I don't really understand why they do things like this. Because they're like, oh right, yeah, so in 2006 he did much better at Laguna Seca than he did in 2005, and obviously they weren't there in 2004. But then they picked these specific bikes to like put in the game, and these specific riders from these specific years, and then pick challenges around them. So why not just pick the 2006 Kenny Roberts instead of the 2004 one? If you want to do a challenge at Laguna with him, like, or the 2005 one or something, like, I don't know. Doesn't make much sense to me, but I suppose it's quite hard to get the licensing and, you know, get all of the assets they need. I mean, they need to find out, like, old sets of leathers from, like, decades ago to, like, accurately... I suppose they don't actually, do they? They can do that from pictures, but at the time. But I guess with the bike, yeah, you need to get all the old bikes out and stuff to actually model them. Obviously, they just use the models already in the game for. Right then, so we're on track here at Laguna Seca, and the thing I don't get is really why exactly they picked the 2004 bike for this when the challenge is based on 2006. It just doesn't really make any sense, but. I mean, I know obviously the 2006 bike isn't in the game, but then they could have just picked that one to put in the game. I don't know, maybe licensing issues, but then just pick a different challenge. I don't know. The challenges are a little odd in this game. I feel like there's kind of a last-minute addition, some of them. Especially considering there's only 2 types, of course. Literally this qualifying one, and just where you have to beat other people by a certain amount of time. It'd be nice to have some more events. Obviously, if you remember back to Valentino Rossi the game, there was lots of different game modes, or lots of different things you had to do for some of the events. So sometimes you had to stay in the lead for a certain amount of time, or you had a certain amount of time to be at a certain position, or something like that. It was, for some of them, there was literally a countdown timer. It didn't matter as long as you were in the lead when that, or in the, yeah, it was in the lead. I think usually in the right position when that timer hit 0, then you were fine. But to be honest, a 24.5 is actually quite tight at this circuit considering the bike you're on. Although if you do it properly, I'm sure it's fine. It's just, I'm pretty bad at riding this bike. Not too bad at Laguna. I remember I actually got all the brake zones, all the turning points down when the game first came out, but then they changed the physics and offset them. I remember I was like dominating all the Laguna Seca races online because everyone kept picking it. Now towards the line. 1:22.6, so we unlocked all of the things there. As you see, I did actually attempt it once before, but I got a penalty, so I thought I'd re-record it, so that's why. Oh, I've corner cut. Yeah, I've had a 2/10 penalty added on there. You can see the other 2 things were already unlocked. So we unlocked Kenny Roberts Jr., the team, and that emoji sticking its tongue out. So we'll head back to the Historical Challenges menu, and we'll do the next challenge. So once again, it's a 2004 challenge, and it's Biaggi, the German Emperor. 10 consecutive GPs without conquering pole position is like an eternity for a rider of Max Biaggi's calibre. His chance to change this in the Germany GP, wouldn't you say German GP? I don't know, a country where he is where he is venerated. Is venerated even a word? I don't know, I've never heard of that before. In Sachsenring, Biaggi takes 3 poles and 3 podiums before the magical 2004. The Honda rider took the lead in front of everyone in second free practice session, and then even surpassed himself in qualifying, constantly hammering out one fast lap after another. Junya Nakano overtook him, but Biaggi reacted by breaking the 1:23 barrier first. This will be the 56th and last pole position of his career. Yeah, some of these descriptions are really strange, like the way they're worded, and they use words I've never even heard of before. Venerated, never heard of that one. Anyway, so we've got to do a 23.5 then, which actually could be quite difficult. Actually, saying that I said it was difficult, I was thinking, oh yeah, you're probably a few seconds slower than you are normally, but to be honest, probably not. This circuit, it's not much about power, is it? So we'll probably be up there. And I'm also like really bad at this track as well, by the way, because obviously I know some people can do like 15s around here, so I'm sure 23 is not daunting to them at all. Yep, I forgot about the cold tyres, didn't I? Yep, well, I've just sent back Max to the hospital there. Right, we'll redo this one. So out of the last corner then, up towards the line. I really need to keep remembering that these tyres are absolutely freezing when you start the challenge, instead of trying to brake properly. Like, I brake really hard and like really late, like when I think I've got grip in my tyres, but I keep forgetting that you don't when you start these challenges. It's been going pretty well so far. I've run a bit wide through turn 5, but nothing too bad through turn 6. Through turn 7 now. It's just on the left hand side for so long. I mean, it's what gives this track character, but it's like makes the track really difficult in my opinion, because you're just holding a tight line for the entire lap. Like, that's about half a lap you've been on the left hand side just trying to hold a tight line, which is something I really struggle with, trying to hold a tight line around a long corner. Into Saxon curve again, another left hander, and then there's Queckenberg, a final left hander. Powering out of Queckenberg then up towards the line. I think we're going to easily beat this again. Yeah, 21.8, we're going to need a 23.5. So we unlock Biaggi, we unlock the team, and we unlock another emoji sticking its tongue out. So we'll head back to the historical challenges menu and go for challenge number 3. The Capirossi lightning fast in Barcelona. The start of the 2004 MotoGP Championship is not what Loris Capirossi expected after a promising season with Ducati. Luckily, the 5th GP is on his preferred track, Barcelona. In 2003, he gave Ducati their first MotoGP victory, while in the winter tests he set a speed record, recording 347.4 km an hour at the end of the main straight on the Desmodici GP4. An incredible result that comes from a 230 horsepower engine and the Bologna-born rider's courage. Loris also records the top speed in the 2 free practice rounds, but the race doesn't go so well despite the lightning fast pace. So we'll just have to set a quick lap with him. Yeah. Complete a lap in the shortest time possible, don't cause accidents. So yeah, we've got to do 1:46.699. This is going to be the old layout of Catalonia, so it's going to be slightly longer, isn't it? Because it's going to say like 37s are like not even a good pace, but that's what I can do. Like, I know I can do 37s around here. I was thinking, hang on. But obviously we're using the old turn 10, so that'll add a few seconds onto the lap time. Not much. I've not got a Marlboro livery on for this bike. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't know even, there might be one, I'm not sure, but I haven't got it on anyway at least, if there is. Braking for turn 1. The bike is shaking, wow, rearing its head there. You ever notice how like the Ducati, the historic Ducati just sounds like the regular Ducati, it's just echoed? Like a lot, it sounds very much like the modern day Ducati in the game, I mean, and it's just echoed like more. We're braking for turn 5. So obviously this wouldn't really exactly sound very much like the current bikes, it's a 990, not a 1000. Obviously it's only 10 cubic centimetres different, but all counts. Obviously the sound is going to be probably affected quite a bit by that. Out of turn 9 we go, under the motor sign. Now, I'm just checking the map to make sure it's going to make me go around the old circuit. I know why wouldn't it, but you know what, you know what it's like sometimes. Through, however you pronounce that, Lacaxia. Oh, 1 minute 20, we've got 26 seconds to the last sector, I think. That should be enough time. Into turn 12. Into turn 13 now, 35 seconds. So yeah, we've still got like 11 seconds to get to the line. So up towards the line we go. 1:44.004. So we unlock Capirossi, the Ducati team, and a skull. So we'll head back to the historical challenges menu to start the final challenge of the episode. So here we are then for challenge number 4 of the episode, and number 12 in total. 2005, Nakano brings Kawasaki back to the podium. Junya Nakano is the only rider to achieve more than one MotoGP podium with Kawasaki. Previously, the Japanese rider was 250 class runner-up, world champion in 2000, beaten by only 7 points. After 3 years of fluctuating success for the Yamaha, he's hired by Kawasaki in 2004. Nakano has a magical day at the Motegi track, enchanced by the third place finish, I don't know where I got third position from, which he obtains by overtaking Marco Melandri with 6 laps to go. Kawasaki hasn't been on the podium in the Premier class for 23 years. In 2005, Nakano comes second in Assen with a green machine, but he can't repeat the feat at home. So we just got to try and get it. No, it's a time attack event, so yeah, we've just got to do a 1:52.1. Alright. Oh, Iniziagata! It's Italian, I've only just noticed that. I don't know how many of these episodes I've been doing, but it's Italian. The start race button. Yeah, I don't know how I've only just noticed that. Yeah, they need to fix that. Well, they're not going to now, but can they not break it for the next game and undo the translations, please? Thank you. Started me on the grass there. Thought it was going to be crash before I even started. Yes, weird, because the localizations were all fine when the game first came out, but they redid them, and they're wrong. Well, some of them aren't translated, and they added extra text entries into the historical challenges, which I've actually noticed while recording these videos causes some bugs with the 2020 mod in the loading screens for these challenges. You can go check them out if you want, they're not very interesting, but yeah. I was basing it off the old version of the language files, that's why, and I tried to then correct it because there was loads of mistakes, but I don't think I've managed to fix them all, obviously, so it's a shame, but we're going to have to put up with it for a little bit longer, hopefully. So through turn 3 anyway, I've managed to talk the whole first sector away about the text in the menu. It's the most mundane thing you can talk about. Like, you play MotoGP, you're riding these fast motorbikes on the track, and I'm talking about the text in the menu. So, you know, pretty boring person, but whatever. Anyway, underneath the Tissot Bridge now. Oh, this corner used to be so nice on MotoGP 18. Like, you could literally go flat out through that corner if you took it right. Probably still can now, but I'm terrible at this game, so. Flicking it through the S-curve. Sliding the rear end. Hitting the brakes for the V corner. We've gone very wide through V corner. Powering out the V corner. Into the hairpin curve, my favourite name for a corner. I just find it to be really fast. Well, it's really weird. I'm going to say fascinating, but I just find it a really weird name for a corner. Coming down towards the 90-degree corner, another interesting name, although this one makes a bit more sense. Go, 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 no. Oh, I've ran so wide, I've probably lost it there. I didn't even think I'd brake that late, it's just the bike started shaking, so I had to get off the brakes. I think I'm going to still do the challenge though, so that's kind of a bit embarrassing for the people that made the challenge. Towards the line. Yeah, we still did it by like 3 seconds, even though I ran off into the onto the tarmac. But anyway, we unlocked Junya Nakano and the Kawasaki team, and another. That's pretty sure that's 3 or maybe even 4 emojis with tongue sticking out. So in the last episode it was feathers they get given me. This time it's emoji sticking their tongues out. Right, so anyway, we'll go back to the historical challenges menu and we'll end the episode there. Right, so we're back in the menu, and like I said, I'm going to end the video here, so I hope you've enjoyed that one. Again, not too bad. I mean, they were all time trial challenges, which is a little bit boring for me, just do a lap, trying to set the lap time. That's pretty easy. I mean, I went through the gravel, although I made the Kenny Roberts Jr. one a bit harder by getting a penalty, failing it, and then having to redo it, didn't I? So, yeah, that was a bit embarrassing, but, you know, these things happen sometimes. But anyway, we will be back for the final episode of the Dawn of MotoGP in the next Historical Challenges episode, which obviously will be actually 3 races in the time trial by the looks of it. So hopefully you look forward to that, and I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.